Hello and thank you for watching my video. Welcome to another in the series on how you can make gold in Guild Wars 2. This is something I've been wanting to do for a while. It's taken me a little while to do because I wasn't entirely sure if this was an actual viable method. And as the title suggests, this is making gold from the personal story. Now, a couple of little backstories, just so you know what I did. I started at obviously character creation. I created a Sylvari warrior. She is currently outfitted in Zerka Ascended gear. Basically, this is all gear ready for my Revenant that I'm hoping to build, hoping to create come Heart of Thorns. So she's got Berserker, all fully outfitted Berserker armor, trinkets, and some Ascended weapons. Now, I leveled up the character from levels 2 to 80 using Tomes of Knowledge, so I leveled her up instantly to see also if that was a viable method. And what you're also going to see here, I only died twice in the entire personal story run. Once was here, being stupidly forgetting to take a ranged weapon. The other time being at fighting the crate, and I was pulled by one of the crate tower spears, and basically I got pulled off the top, one of the top higher levels, and fell down annoyingly. So I only suffered 2 deaths in the run. The run actually took me 9.5 hours. So to do the entire personal story, 9.5 hours. And bear in mind, I wasn't I'm not hardcore going in and making it like a maximum DPS run. I made a few errors, there were things where I was sitting around in Lion's Arch for probably half an hour for this entire thing, maybe even an hour, up to an hour of time where I wasn't paying attention. And so I wanted to show you just what exactly, what this run involved. And so basically what you can actually get out of the personal story. So can you make gold from this? Well, as you can see now, this is actually the very final boss, and I wanted to show you this off as well because this is me doing it solo, which obviously is pretty new for me. It's the first time I've ever done the dungeon, the Arar instance, the final victory or death personal story element on my own. And apart from that one slight hiccup, it is a lot easier. It really is far too easy. I mean, okay, I'm on Ascended armor and I'm a veteran, I know what I'm doing, but it was really easy. There wasn't too much damage. It was pretty boring, if I'm honest, but I can understand why they've done it. It wasn't initially designed for this. So that was a few ideas about the backstory. So let's talk about what the whole plan is. So I leveled up from 2 to 80. I basically just ran the personal story. I ran from point to point. I didn't do any events, any hearts, anything like that. I just simply wanted to do the personal story, see how fast I could do it. And as you'll see later on, I did it in 9.5 hours. Right, so that's that out of the way. Let's get on to the nitty gritty. Why have I done this? Well, you can actually get a large amount of good loot from this. You also get Black Lion keys, which are very, very valuable, or can be very valuable. And you also get certain unique rewards that come with completing the personal story. And that's what we're going to have a look at just in a sec. We're going to go through and look at all the figures, how much you can actually make regarding gold to hour ratio. Because obviously, as I said, 9.5 hours should be a guideline. I think it probably can be done at least an hour less than that. But what we're going to do, we're going to go through and we're going to look at the materials we get. Any loot bags that I saved, because you should open them either on level 80 or perhaps even a level 55 character, because you want that linen rather than silk. So we're going to have a look at that just in a sec. Okay, so now you can see, I just wanted to prove this, that obviously this is Victory and Death completed. And let's actually have a look specifically at the age. So there you can see I've played this character for 9 hours 33 minutes over 40 days, and I died twice. I wanted to prove to you that obviously this was me doing a complete run, so I actually created this character primarily to save my name for my Revenant. So I created that a month ago, and it's only a week that I've actually decided, oh, let's finish off, let's do this challenge. And so that's all it took me, a week of playing, or 9 hours and 33 minutes, which you can do in a day. And I wanted to demonstrate this, that the personal story for Guild Wars 2 can be done in less than 10 hours. I'm hoping for Heart of Thorns, this is a little bit longer. I mean, frankly, if I can do this in 9.5 hours, God, a speedrunner, I reckon could even do it in half that time. It's an interesting challenge for those of you who would be interested in that. But let's get on to how much gold you can actually make from this personal story run. Okay, so as you can see, we're back in Lion's Arch, and let's have a look at our inventory. So this is everything. If we, I'll change that back. So we had a ranged weapon earlier. So this is all the loot that you actually get from the personal story. There is a few other things that I might have sold, or small low-level things. But this is everything from like level 70. I think there's a level 70 armor piece, which you can start salvaging for rares. Now, what I am going to do, I am going to buy we'll start off and we'll buy a kit, just so that we can salvage some of those rares, a Master's Salvage Kit. And that's going to be salvaging the rares to see if we can get Ectos. So first off, look at some of their rewards. These are the stuff we can't sell, and I'm going to put them straight into my bank. So we have a Revive Orb, obviously pretty handy. We have a Instant Repair Canister. We have a Bank Access Express. We get a Experience Booster. This is one of the new versions that's only beneficial for 2 hours rather than the particular one, and so you get a bonus for PvP and experience. I didn't use any experience boosters at all for this. If we actually have as well, we've got a Heroic Booster. Just so you quickly see, this is all that I've got, okay? So you can see I've barely done any map completion at all. I've just basically ran from place to place here. That was just the map completion on this challenge. So let's have a look. We get the Hero's Chest. Let's double click that. So we get 5 Spirit Shards. Now that's something I actually left. I will make one point clear. I did actually use 1 Black Lion Key already. So we actually get 3 Black Lion Keys from this. So let's have a look. We get we get influence for our guild in wonderful Dragonite ore, like we need any more of that. 5 Spirit Shards and 3 loot bags. We got a Mentor's Kit, so let's have a look. What we'll do, we'll salvage the items first, and all the rare ones, and let's see what we get. So we get a Mithril. Come on, Ecto. There we go. We got the Ecto P. We want more Ectos. Okay, so we're doing all right. Okay, still doing all right. Not too bad. A bit of a disappointment. Okay, so we still got an Ecto. Good. Okay, so we're doing all right. Almost level. 2 behind. Oh, there we go. Bang on. So that basically meant that we are now averaging 1 Ecto per rare. We're now ahead of 1 Ecto per rare. And there we go. So we ended up with more than 1 Ecto per rare. So let's have a look as well what else we get. Now this, normally I'd put these in my bank. However, for this video, I wanted to show you how much profit you can make per hour. So I'm going to be selling everything. So let's open some of these bags. Mentor's Kit. We get a Tome of Mentorship. We get 5 Tomes of Mentorship. And we get some duty-bound dome armor. This is level 18. This is what, if you've watched my recent leveling challenge, you might have noticed like a few armor pieces where they've come from. This is it. This is where they have come from. So I'm looking for, let's go for the Devout Garb, just pretty much because I don't have the armor piece. It's either to vote a Homespun Garb or Homespun Trousers. I'm going to go for the Homespun Garb. I can't salvage. I can salvage that. So let's salvage that, and we get 4 wool scraps. That's okay. What we're going to do, we're going to go packed weapon container, and so we get a packed weapon. Now, this is huge. Okay, now when I got this, like when this personal story was like 2 years ago, I ended up with loads of these weapons. You'll notice that I've got a lot of these, but I'm going to go back and I'm going to save these for later. And the reason why is this. If you press O on the go to the trading post, and we have a look at the packed weapon. If we go to packed, look at these. The packed weapons are pretty valuable now. Alright, okay, so we want the rare, well, these are all rare actually. The most valuable end game weapon would be the Brazier, which is almost 4 gold. The Focus, the packed handgun, they're all pretty valuable. They're almost 4 gold. You can easily get 3.5 gold from this. So we're going to save that for a little bit later, because a little bit you can't quite work it. I am going to move over as well the stuff that's intangible, so the Tomes of Mentorship and the Spirit Shards. What I'm going to do with the Spirit Shards, let's open them up now, and we've got 5 times 3, so we've got 15 Spirit Shards right here, plus there you go. So that's 20 Spirit Shards from the personal story. And we've got a rare here. This is a level 80 power, precision, ferocity. Now, sorry, an exotic. And what I'm going to do, I am actually going to salvage that. I'm going to use my Black Lion salvage kit. Hopefully it's salvageable. Yes, let's see what we get from that. And we've got 3 globs of Ecto and 2 globs of Dark Matter. Not bad. Not bad at all. So I'm going to put the Black Lion salvage kit back. What we're going to do, we've got a Vigil weapon container, and the Vigil, I think, I wonder how much the Vigil, actually, are they sellable? Let's have a look. They're account bound. Okay, so it's more about the skin, and let's have a look. So you got things like, you know, the dagger, which, not bad. I'm just going to go for the dagger. Or the greatsword. I think the greatsword's pretty cool. Yeah, there we go. So we'll have a Vigil greatsword, and that's that. Okay, so there we go. We unlock the Vigil greatsword, and what we'll do, we'll salvage that as well. I don't need it. Oh, you can't salvage it. So there we go. We'll destroy that. We don't need it. And now, so we're going to open a couple of champ bags. The Thorny Pouch. We didn't really get much from that. This is from earlier levels that I've saved. I didn't obviously open any champ bags. We've got level 80 gear here. And we're going to open the crafting. So we're going to start off. I've actually got them in order. So the lowest one is at the beginning, at the right hand side. And as we go up, we get to the higher end rewards. So let's have a look. So we get lower end stuff. We got more lower end stuff. Okay, so we're doing okay. Oh, this is going to be good. This is lots of good stuff. And the experts crafting gear. Oh, look at that. A charge load thing. God, that's good, isn't it? Okay, so we've got a fair amount of stuff. I am going to deposit that because you can't sell that. And we get some useless rubber. Oh, we got 3. Okay, we've got 3 more bags of master supply, so I haven't opened that up yet. We've got this Berserker's Spine Guard of Ruby. Now, the exquisite Ruby jewel, we can't actually. I think we can't sell this, but the exquisite Ruby jewel, which we can salvage from this, if we go for Ruby jewel. There we go. So that's 69 silver right there. Now that, I'm actually going to use a Black Lion salvage kit just to make sure I actually get that. So there we go. There we go. And we've got the pack weapon container to open up later. The aviator badge, we can't do anything with that, so we're just going to salvage the aviator badge. It's level 80, so it's a rare. And we're getting a glob of ectoplasm. Not bad. So what we're going to do, we're going to sell it on the trading post, and I'm going to keep a record, okay, of everything we sell. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to cut it here. I'm going to show you in the actual screen so you can write down yourself. I'll fast forward it, but at the end of this, I will have a total of making sure that, say, if everything sells, then this is what the total will be that I've made. Okay, so after selling all of those, a couple of items I actually decided to keep because I actually do need them. I arrived at a total profit, so everything including the listing fee, of 16.6852. Roughly. I say roughly. Roughly just under 17 gold. I think I didn't count a couple of items because they were so low, but that has left me with this amount. I've got to open the master's crafting supplies, so let's do that now. Oh, look at that. Oh, yes. Now that is some good stuff. And what we're going to do, I have decided that for the masterwork items, I am just going to sell back to the merchant. I'm not going to. I usually actually put it on the Mystic Forge. This time, I'm actually just going to go and put it straight into the merchant. So, with regards to what these in, I'm going to actually work these out a little bit later. And for now, let's actually open up some of these. So these, you're going to get a random mixture. If you actually look, they're all level 80, which we could have opened these on a lower class, but, you know, we actually waited till we were a bit more higher levels. Or wait till here, and we will be starting to salvage. Any blue items, we will salvage. So I'm going to open all these and just sit back and watch. I'll skip forward this eventually, and we'll have a total. Please bear in mind that the total here, we have 85, 74, 78, so that will give you an idea. So 85 gold, 74 silver, 78 copper, and when we sell all our items, how much that's actually going to be worth. Okay, so all the bags have been opened, and you'll notice that the total is 86.6, which isn't much. It's only a profit of around 31 silver. It's 31.5 silver. But I wanted to showcase as well what actually we got as well, what the additional materials we had. So we've got a couple of charged lodestones, we've got some rare items, all level, you know, sort of above level 76. We got plenty of bloodstone dust, and we've got 2 unidentified dyes. A lot of luck as well, so that I wanted to include just to show you off, show it off to you. But if you look at all the materials we've got, obviously not including these materials, but we've got a fair few amount of silk, because obviously we salvaged a lot of the fine items, so that's where we got our silk, our mithril from, and generally we've got a lot of materials now. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to quickly calculate how much all of these are worth on the trading post, and I'll skip through this, and then you'll see a grand total at the end. What I'm also going to do, I'm actually going to get one of the packed weapons as well. So if we actually look on, again, the trading post, I think it's best to sell these because they're so valuable now. I mean, unless they go for skins, which I don't think they are really going to go for. Unless, you know, something comes in. I wish they had done, but again, you can go through and level the story in such a quick time. So we look at that, the pack brazier, we've got the pack focus. I mean, the pack brazier is a torch. The pack handgun, if you look, the crusher, that's 33.97. I'm going to go for the crusher. So if we go to this, and I think we've already got it open. So I want the packed crusher. There we go. And I'm going to sell that on the trading post, and this will be worth, I'll put it for 1 copper less, 337.87. So that's the start. This is for the next round. And so what I'm going to do, I'm going to start selling everything on the trading post. Okay, so that's now done. I salvaged a couple of items, I sold a few on the trading post, and after all the costs and everything was taken into consideration, this is what we're left with. Obviously, piles of bloodstone dust. That I'm going to ignore anyway. Got a lot of luck, so we're going to put all that on that. The rest of the single luck, I'm going to use the artificer to actually put that into 1. So as you can see here, I had to spend a bit on the salvage kits. That's why it tended out to be a little bit less money than I expected. We actually got 3 black line keys. I'm not going to include one of them for this. So let's actually have a look and see what we get from these. We might get lucky. So we got Glint's Winter Die Clear and a scrap. So we need 10 of those to actually make any difference. And the other one, we get a item booster and a boring teleport to friend. So nothing too outlandish there. If we click on, we get, oh, we got Starry Night die. So how much would that be worth? That's only worth a gold. I don't actually have that unlocked, so I'm going to unlock that. It's one of the rare ones I don't actually have. There we go, Starry Night unlocked. So you could make some money on that. You might get lucky, again, with the Black Lion keys. So that generally is a bit of hit and miss, which is why I'm not going to include that in my results. We'll just call that a little bit of extra luck, if you want that. So I'm going to put some of these back into the bank and the celebration booster as well. So that is my run. That was me doing this extremely quickly, much quicker than I expected, in under 10 hours. And that works out a total profit for this run of 41 gold. Now, 41.55 gold for the entire run after selling the mats. If we divide that, we'll call it round number, we'll call it 10 gold per hour, 10 gold. We actually make 4 gold an hour. Alright, so that is what this leveling challenge is. I will point out that I actually didn't max it, you know, this wasn't me running out full max power. Like, I wasn't the greatest at this. There were a couple of times where, like, you know, the beginning, I think the first half hour of this entire challenge, or the character's life, it's just me sitting in Lion's Arch. But I wanted to show you just to prove that I wasn't cheating or anything. So I want you guys to go out there and if you want to beat it, that's the challenge. But 4.15 gold per hour for just doing the personal story. That's not bad. Not bad considering, you know, that is improvable if you actually did the personal story a lot quicker than I did. I started a Sylvari. It wasn't a human run. So generally, I could have done a lot better. Again, I will say that the gear that we used for this, if I show off, it was fully ascended, Rune of Holbrecht, Might and Power, with power, all Zosia's armor, so proper Berserker. The weapons, we have Power, Precision, Condition Damage, with Critical Chance and Great Precision. Then we had Power, Precision, Ferocity, with that Sigil of Perception. And the Zosia's Warhammer, which I didn't really use too much. Again, we also have the trinkets all maxed out at fullest, apart from the Egg of the Crystal Queen. But generally, they're proper Berserker gear. We have Power, Toughness, Vitality there. I did struggle a little bit in the water. I should have probably improved that. But again, that's something I can go back to. I could have sold and salvaged this. In fact, I might as well do that now because I'm not going to use this character for anything else. And what do we get out of it? We get 2 hardwood logs. So that's it. I'm hoping this has been interesting for you guys. It is a way to make gold. It isn't long to, you know, it is something that if you get bored and you just want to have a character there, you know, you can make gold on this. Remember to keep the bags until you're level 80. I would advise that. It's something I only learnt recently. I just kept opening them and then I was like, I should open them. Perhaps even on a level 55 might be beneficial. I did get a few rares out of the bags. They sold, you know, the great sword sold for quite good money. But yeah, this in general as a marker, 4.1 gold per hour, a grand total of 41, we'll round it up to 42 gold in total for the personal story run. Thank you very much for watching. Please leave any comments in the section below, and I'll see you on the next one.